I also want to talk about the difference between what the sheriff's chief attorney does and a city attorney does. Because a lot of people don't know what either of them do. I tell everybody that the city attorney's office is like a small city. Everything that you have within the city of Chula Vista, you have within the sheriff's department. We have property in almost every major city in the county. We have contract issues, personnel issues, labor issues, claims, litigation, public records, licensing, you name it that the city has, we have within the sheriff's department. People always don't realize that we have 3,700 employees. The city of Chula Vista has, by my count, 1,200 employees. So we're almost three times as large. We're also, the city attorney is responsible for providing legal advice and guidance to the city council and city officials, whereas the sheriff's chief attorney provides legal advice and guidance to the sheriff and members of the department. The city attorney represents the city before boards and commissions. The sheriff's chief attorney represents the sheriff in front of the Civil Service Commission and in court on various legal matters. The city attorney is often called on to interpret and enforce city policies, ordinances, and procedures. The sheriff's chief attorney is often called upon to interpret case law, statutes, and internal departmental policies and procedures. The city attorney assesses lawsuits and makes determinations on how to handle them. And as the sheriff's chief attorney, I represent the sheriff in his position in litigation in front of the county. So there are a lot of similarities between what the two jobs do. And I think it's important to understand that my role as sheriff's chief attorney, it would be a seamless transition to the city attorney for the city of Chula Vista. Now I want to take one last second and just talk about briefly, I asked my opponent to be here, I saw him over the weekend, asked him to be here. I asked him to talk about his resignation from the city. And in fact, let's be honest, let's call it what it really is, getting through the legal gobbledygook. He was fired from the city attorney's office. Now you don't voluntarily leave and then need a settlement agreement that says you can be allowed back in to get your personal effects. Where I come from, you were fired. I asked him to be here tonight to talk about his malpractice lawsuit, which he said was a misunderstanding. I said to him, if it was a misunderstanding, it wouldn't have been filed in the first place. If it was a misunderstanding, it wouldn't have taken 18 months to get it dismissed. That's not a misunderstanding, that's a malpractice lawsuit. I wanted him to speak about the fact that since he left the city attorney's office, how can he be independent when he's represented mobile home park owners and redevelopers in front of the city? In closing, I want to tell you I am the independent candidate for city attorney, and I believe that I can be your city attorney, but I need your help. I need you to come out, I need you to put signs in your yard, I need you to tell your neighbors, I need you to tell your friends. I can't do it alone, and if you don't want to go backwards in history and you want to go forwards with a clean slate, I ask for your help and your support this evening, and thank you so much for your time.